Hey, this is Terry, and you're listening to episode 242.
Welcome to TerryWilson3.com.
Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you got to be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Get ready to discover, develop, and monetize your skills and talents with Terry Wilson.
Thank you, Christopher B. This is Terry Wilson, and you are listening to my podcast here at TerryWilson3.com. Thank you so much for bringing me along on your jog, on your ride down the road, or as you're laying down, going to bed, or whatever you're doing when you listen to podcast. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to pour value, and I hope it is value, into you and help you take your money, your business, and your life to the next level. Today, I'm going to introduce two new segments that I've sort of cracked myself up a little bit of producing and making the little jingles. I got to use some of my musical fun times and playing with some of the toys here in the studio. But we've got two new segments I want to introduce. One's called Stuck on Stupid, and the other one is Marketing Minute. Stuck on Stupid is what I want to talk to you about, things that we all can do from time to time. It's just crazy. Just why would you do that? But we all do it from time to time. This is meant to be a joke, sort of tongue in cheek. So save the hate mail. I'm not trying to poke fun at anybody or hurt anyone's feelings or anything like that. But sometimes the best way to learn a lesson is to really just illustrate it in the most funny way that you can. And I want to do that. Number two, I want to show you some marketing tips, tricks real quick. And so we'll have our little marketing minute. But today, today's show is actually about 4 simple steps that if you do this, you're going to book and sell more. In this instance, Medicare supplements. But whatever you're selling, you can use these principles to do exactly what you need to do to grow your business in whatever industry you're in. But today's show was actually inspired by a call that I've got and a question I have, and I'll play that for you right now.
Probably don't remember me. I do. I remember you. You helped me out get into the insurance business about 5 years ago. You probably don't remember it. A long time ago. I wanted to reach out to you because I kept your information and website and all that stuff, and I wanted to reach back out to you and do 2 things. One, thanks a lot for introducing me to the insurance business because it's changed my life. Secondly, how can I use some of your services to grow my business? I mean, you would not believe, and I know you probably heard this before. I talked to you 4 or 5 years ago when I first got into the business. I was in final expense. I succeeded in that. Then I went over to the Medicare market, and it changed my life. And I made a lot of money doing it. Probably not as much as you did, but I made enough money than I thought I would make. And then I thought of you about a week ago. Then I went to start listening to your podcast. And I said, let me call him up. And you would not believe, you probably heard people come back to you over years, right? I'm running appointments today. I know you don't run appointments, but I'm out in the field and I love what I do. But I definitely need your help. So I'm going to get that system. I'm going to look at it this weekend, and I go ahead and get that, and we'll probably talk. Thank you. Appreciate it, sir.
So that was a gentleman down in Atlanta that I'd helped 5 years ago get into the insurance business. And when he first said that, I said, well, do I owe you an apology? And he was really excited, very gracious about, thanking me for helping him get into the business. And that's what I love about our business here at TW3. We work in the job and opportunity space. And no matter, this gentleman didn't pay me anything, didn't buy anything. Was looking for opportunities and ways that he could earn money. And we, through the process of talking to him, was able to give him some value, show him some things that he could do. And 5 years later, man, he is enjoying life, but he's ready to take his money, his business, his life to the next level. And we sort of, the lesson here that I try to encourage all of my reps, if you're one of my reps listening today, if you're one of our affiliates listening today, listen to that call right there. That was someone that we spoke to 5 years ago and didn't sell him anything, didn't do anything, just helped. And 5 years later, he's coming back. He's wanting to become a Plus member, which is our $997 package, to get going to really scale his business. And I was able, through that conversation, talk to him about ways he could use our marketing tools, our platform, to grow his business even more than what he's doing now. And he is just jacked up excited. But before I get into those 4 steps, let me just explain. there's nothing good that you do for people that won't come back. It just casts your bread upon the water. Don't get discouraged. You know, some of the times when people get into job and business opportunities, coaching and consulting opportunities, they want to see immediate results. And that's going to happen. I mean, I've got reps that make 4 or 5, 10 grand in their first week. I also have reps that sometimes it takes 30, 60, 90 days to see their first dollar. It just depends on the industry you're working in and what you're doing in your particular business. So I know a lot of times we tell people this isn't a get rich quick scheme that I teach, and they hear me and they understand it intellectually, but emotionally they're not buying into the fact that, well, I want something that works immediately. And sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's never greatness, it never comes easy, but greatness is worth it. So don't get discouraged in well-doing. When you're out there, when you're doing the right things, you're casting good seed and you're casting it on good ground, it will come back. But you can't get discouraged and quit halfway and then you throw your hands up and saying, I'm giving up on, you know, my entrepreneurial dreams, my goals, my ambitions. Because when you do, you're selling yourself short. It takes time. Here's someone that I helped 5 years ago and didn't make a dime from it. But now he's coming back and he's re-engaging with me on a product that I will make a couple dollars and he will make even more money. And through that process, help me bring even more clients onto our business and our platform as well. So I'm telling you, good stuff just yields good stuff. And so I want to talk to you. I didn't want to just play the entire voice conversation with him, but I thought, man, that would be a great show today to illustrate how easy it is with just a couple tools, a couple techniques, a couple systems and software, how you can scale your business. And this particular client, he's talking about selling senior products like Medicare, final expense, things of that nature. And so that's what I want to get into. But before I give you those 4 steps there, let me talk to you about getting stuck on stupid. Stuck on stupid. That's the funny jingle I had. I had another crazy call the other day, and this is what's left on my voicemail, and I want you to hear it.
Call centers for the past 3 years automate contacting, sorting, and closing only warm transfers. Press 1 to decide if this could be a fit, or to go on our do not call list, press 9. But if you want to focus on closing warm leads, press 1 now.
That was left on my voicemail. The person's asking me to press 1 and leaving it on my voicemail. People, when you're using voice broadcast dialers, you cannot leave voicemails and say, press 1. Or if I want to be put on the do not call list, press 9. And then the caller ID goes out to nowhere if I even try to call you back. Number 1, you're breaking the law by doing it that way. And number 2, it's just so ineffective. So please don't get stuck on stupid. It don't work. So that's our Stuck on Stupid segment. Let me real quick give you our marketing minute. Marketing minute. Marketing minute. Yes, I've had a fun time in the studio making all these jingles. But my marketing minute is using a company that I've been using now for about going on 8-9 years, and that is RingCentral. Every member at TerryWilson3.com, they actually get onboarded with our RingCentral account because we've got it set up to manage our call center. But one of the beautiful things about using RingCentral, and I'm going to give you a link that you can try them out for 30 days, a free trial. I think it's 30 days. It might only be 10, so don't hold me to that. But it's a free trial to get in, use it, play with it, and see if you like it. But like that conversation you just heard me have with the gentleman that's asking the questions about the show today, that was recorded in RingCentral, okay? Because you can set it up to record all your conversations. Number 2, it allows you not to expose your personal numbers, your cell phone, and you can have an 800 number. You market that 800 number. They come in and you can have a person answer the phone professionally for you and transfer it over. If you have multiple people working in your company or you're building an agency, maybe you are an insurance real estate guy, this is one number that you can have that will forward to all your different agents and stuff like that. You can set it to roll over from one extension to the next. It records. If you're doing podcasts like this, every time you're talking to someone, you can say, hey, this is a great little thing, and take that MP3 file and use it in your podcast. It's a low-tech way of doing that. I was working with Josie, for some of you guys that remember Josie from the earlier shows. She's about to launch her own podcast. I'm excited for her about that. And she was asking, how do I record the phone conversations? I said, RingCentral. It's very easy. Converts it to MP3, and then you might have to throw it into GarageBand or Audacity or something like that and beef it up, put some compression on it and stuff like that. But you'll have the raw file to do that. So our marketing minute today is RingCentral. Go to terrywilson3.com/RingCentral. That's terrywilson3.com/RingCentral and get a free trial with them and have your own phone system for like as low as I think 10, 15, maybe $20 a month, depending on which package. But you can have soft phones over there that you can literally turn your computer into a telephone and use it that way. There's so many different ways you can do it. Set up your whole phone tree. So if you want to set up your own call center, you can. And then you can start using some of the tools that I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, so here's the 4 steps to booking more Medicare supplement plans. And this doesn't just have to be Medicare supplement. It could be anything that is a product that you want to book more appointments with and then get in front of those people. Here are the 4 steps that I would use. And if you're looking at terrywilson3.com, this is episode 242. There's actually an infographic right under that breaks it down. But the first step is just simply pull a demographically filtered data of all the eligible clients within a targeted region. Of course, Medicare, there's going to be, are they turning 65? Are they turning a certain age? So you want to get that information, and the only way you can get that, you can't get it through like what we show at leadsbyterry.com, which is where it's a keyword data scrape. You can't use data scrapers for this type of marketing. You have to have a demographically filtered and scrubbed data list, and you can get that by being a Plus member at terrywilson3.com. And if you want to apply and become a Plus member, just go to terrywilson3.com/apply. The package that we're talking about is $997, but it is worth every penny, especially when you can start pulling information like this, marketing, and then using the marketing and literally getting your lead acquisition cost down to less than $1. And if you're doing it the way we train you, that's what it's costing you. So, and then you turn around and just resell the leads. And then I don't want to get too deep in the weeds here, but once you have a marketing tool that will generate unlimited leads for you, then you can start reselling those leads to other companies outside of your own business, which it turns it into a business opportunity within itself. But step 1, you have to pull a demographically filtered data of all the eligible clients within a targeted region. Why I say targeted region is because you don't want to be marketing to people, in Florida. If you are in South Carolina or in Texas, you can't go and meet those. So it has to be by zip code or county or something like that. It has to be demographically filtered on their age and things of that nature. And if you want to get really smart, you even want to filter it a little bit by income and things of that nature. And we train you on how to do that. But that's step 1. Step 2 is then send a voicemail to their phones offering a time-sensitive, high-value free offer that's congruent with the campaign. Now, that's a lot of 50-cent words, and let me unpack that. The Stuck on Stupid segment we just played was someone that was not doing that. And most of the time, when you hear people, those dialers don't work, or bulk emailing doesn't work, or bulk texting doesn't work, or blogging doesn't work, or podcasting doesn't work, or webinars don't work, or mail drops don't work, or social media marketing doesn't work. I mean, there's negative Nancy's that'll offer their feedback on anything. No, they work. You don't work. At least the way that you're doing it doesn't work. You got to be smart about how you do this. Leaving voicemails telling people to press 1 is about as shall I say, asinine technique that a person could use. So you send a voicemail to them that is conversational, that doesn't sound like you're selling anything, that has a high perceived value offer, that is time sensitive, that is congruent, which means it harmonizes with the actual offer. So in this example, we're talking about Medicare. So if I'm an example of that would be me calling and saying, hey, sorry, I missed you. Looks like I got your voicemail. You qualify for a free discount drug card that'll save you up to 80% more off of what you're paying on your medications than what you're currently paying. But this deal ends Friday. If you want it, call me back at 800-673-1728. So there's a 15, 20 second voicemail. It's not salesy. I'm not trying to pitch them on Medicare. I'm trying to give them something. And that's the number one rule of marketing. Selling is explaining how something works and trying to persuade someone that they need, want, desire, or can afford the product, good, or service. That's selling. Marketing is compelling people to respond. And the best way to compel people to respond is free. If it's free, it's for me. People always want to know what's in it for me. If your marketing piece does not answer the old WIFM question, what's in it for me, your marketing piece is going nowhere. No one's going to respond to it. No one's going to pay attention to it. You're going to annoy people. So that's why if you're using a voice broadcast dialer like I teach in this example, I'm not calling them live. I'm not irritating them. I'm not getting them off the lawnmower so they can answer the phone or interrupting the Price is Right or whatever they're doing. I'm not interrupting their daily activity. I'm leaving it on their voicemail. And what I'm leaving on their voicemail is, hey, press 1. Do not get stupid. I love that. But you got to be conversational. Hey, this is Terry. Looks like I got your voicemail. Sorry I missed you. The reason I was calling was you qualify for a free drug discount card. Doesn't cost you anything. There's no premiums. It's totally free. It's going to save you up to 80% more than what you're currently paying. Call me back. That's all you got to say. I'm telling you, if you leave out on 1,000 voicemails and you don't get a response, you're doing something wrong. So step 2, send a voicemail to their phones offering a time-sensitive, high-value free offer that is congruent with the campaign. That offer is congruent because why? What are we talking about? Health insurance, coverage, medical needs. What am I giving away? What's the offer? Something free that's going to help them lower their costs. And by the way, a Plus member gets these things for free. It's part of our RMP package. And here's the dirty little secret that a lot of people don't know about. I'm getting paid. My members are getting paid to give that away, to give that value that is helping people, whether they buy anything or not. So you give enough of these away, the marketing cost is taken care of. Plus you've made a few pennies. So that's beautiful. Step number 3, answer the inbound calls that are triggered by the campaign to book the appointment. It's real easy. Now, all of a sudden, you're not in a cold calling environment anymore. You've got people calling you. What are they calling you for? They just got a voicemail. They're interested. They want to know more about it. Someone said free, and that sounds like it's for me, but is it a hoax? Is it a gimmick? Is it a game? So they call you, and the way you answer that call and the way you handle it is going to be life or death. It's going to decide whether you get to book the appointment or not. And so we teach you in step 3 how to answer that call so it doesn't sound salesy, it doesn't sound pitchy, it doesn't sound threatening, it doesn't sound gimmicky, it doesn't sound like a scam. But it sounds like, oh, okay, this is something that is a benefit to me, that is legitimate, that I can trust. And by answering step 3, answering that inbound call, you get to do step 4, which is deliver the free offer and offer a needs analysis to see how the free offer coordinates with existing coverage. So now I'm going out, I'm hand delivering this free offer, and to make sure that it's coordinating and they're getting the most out of what I just gave them. Say, let me see what exactly, are you on a plan F, a plan G? Do you have Med Sup? Do you have Medicare Advantage? What do you have? And let's make sure that this coordinates. And so your expectations are managed properly, because remember, the first opening line was it saves you up to. It didn't say it saves you 80. It says it saves you up to. It could save you up to. It might only save you 10% more. It might not save you anything because of coverage you currently have. is taking advantage of that. But I won't know that until I get to do that needs analysis. And I would have never got to do that needs analysis. I would have never got to book that appointment. I would have never been able to get in front of the people to be able to sell them my product, goods, service, my value, what I offer, without first booking that appointment. I wouldn't have been able to book the appointment without giving something for free. And I wouldn't have been able to give something for free if I didn't know how to reach them in a compelling way. So that's the 4 steps. It ain't that difficult. I'm telling you, it's like shooting fish in a barrel once you learn how to do it. But you can't get... I think I'll be overusing that probably. But the point is, marketing works. Marketing tools work. You just got to know how to use them. And listen, the reason I've learned a couple things about a couple industries is because I've made every mistake possible. So I don't come to you saying I've never been stuck on stupid or haven't done something goofy. I'm saying I've survived a ton of mistakes, and you can learn from those mistakes. If you'd like to become a member at terrywilson3.com so that you could take your money, your business, and your life to the next level, all you have to do is go over to terrywilson3.com/apply. We'll show you a couple orientation videos. We'll show you how to join. You can even join, become a plus member or an elite member or just a rep member for free. We've got a 6-month no cost up front, so you can get it, learn it, use it, make money with it, and then pay for it. We even can do that for you. But go to terrywilson3.com/apply and we'll show you how to do that. Won't change any of your current contracts if you're in the insurance, real estate business, anything like that. And if you've got a product or need a product, we can get you appointed and still keep your current contracts. Hey, remember, if you want to go to the next level, you have to grow to the next level. And that's why I want to give you a free copy of my new book, You Are Worth More. Go to terrywilson3.com/worthmore now.
Thank you for listening to our show today at terrywilson3.com. If you would like more information on how we can take your money, your business, and your life to the next level, then please visit us online at terrywilson3.com or call 800-673-1728.
Man, it's a great system here. This is good stuff here. I wish I found this company 10 years ago.